Chapter XX, Murdered XX.P. Look at that face, Soonam. My life. Either you empty that bottle to pretend normality, or you accept becoming one of those hybrids who devour flesh. He chooses to swallow the dose without noticing the seal is broken. That bottle is his cure, but also his damnation. Narration: Soonam's life begins like anyone else's, leaving home, backpack on his shoulder, a day ahead. But from the very first step, something smells wrong. His mom is one of those types who won't let you even breathe. Every pill, every hour, everything controlled. Even when Soonam tells her he's already taken everything, she insists, take the bottle, just in case, as if the world were a constant danger, because she knows he'll come back late. And here's the detail: she doesn't want him to notice. Her worry isn't just about the clock. It's about something darker. That tension makes her hide a small secret, one that weighs like a wall. Once outside at the bus stop, Soonam realizes the neighborhood is no longer the same. Giant screens everywhere, showing people with animal ears and tails. What the hell is going on here? Hybrids everywhere, and half the place is filled with them. Everything looks super luxurious, like he's entered another city. And right there, in the middle of the crowd, he crosses paths with a guy who leaves him stunned, tall with that celebrity vibe. And for some reason, Soonam can't help but feel he's met him before, like he's seen him somewhere but can't remember where. Like, doesn't that guy ring a bell? Total recognition crisis? Like his brain says, yeah, I know you, but where? But the distraction doesn't last. Soonam arrives at university, calm, studying with his laptop and books, the pill bottle beside him, all normal until those classmates appear. And of course, they don't take long to start. They ask what he's doing studying when exams are just around the corner, and look at him like he's last week's meme saying he's got no shot at the scholarship. Soonam tries to speak, but you know the drill. The invisible guy always in the background, like he doesn't exist, and like a sketch that repeats every year, the classmates won't stop. One, with that how sad smile, drops the line that even though he gets good grades, he never gets the scholarship. Yeah, sure, what a tragedy, says the guy sarcastically, as if already used to the same old drama. And right there, straight to the point, the scholarship winner was the rich guy Soonam had already seen before, the one who seemed familiar. Soonam finds it weird, like how can someone with so much money want a scholarship? Weird, weird, weird. But the bullies don't give up and keep complaining. Since he's a hybrid, he should leave the scholarship for humans. And right there, bam. Soonam realizes that's why he felt so familiar. Of course, the mysterious guy is in his own class. Soonam smiles a little, thinking he should say hi next time, but his aha, now I get it moment shatters in seconds. Another classmate surprises him with a shout, "Don't you get angry about losing the scholarship, especially before your license. You were the best in class." Soonam looks at him and thinks, this guy's totally immature, can't handle him. The bullies start talking about the rich kid, saying even though he's younger, he enrolled earlier, so he's his sunbae. They ask if Soonam just noticed him now, and Soonam, slightly embarrassed, says yes. Suddenly, one of the classmates glances at Soonam's pill bottle and asks what they are. Soonam rushes to say they're for his allergies. They press, "What allergies?" "Allergy to sunlight," Soonam replies, with a smile that sounds just a little forced. The mysterious guy standing nearby watches him with that gaze that leaves nothing unsaid. He laughs and says he doesn't know why he always takes them on time, like it's a habit. Suddenly, everything changes. The scene shifts to a restaurant. The Department of Political Science and Diplomacy at Hanande University is in full dinner mode. Laughter, shouts, that lively buzz of friends having a great time. His classmates mock how they did on the exam. One suggests appealing the grade, and another, between laughs and gulps of beer, says if he fails, he'll go into civil service. They toast, and even though the day was hell with exams, the vibe remains that of buddies, friends enjoying themselves after all. Meanwhile, Soonam and his friends continue dinner, but they notice Si Yeol and the professor are at another table, eating something clearly not on their level, like they have a secret menu, a VIP beast-level meal. They see Si Yeol biting into nearly raw meat, and their minds go blank. How does a hybrid eat like that? Does he have a monster's stomach? Or is he just a total cringe of epic proportions? Soonam is left with doubt. If he's half beast, can he eat anything? What kind of monster is he really? Suddenly, a sharp pain shoots through his wrist. While his friends keep joking, he's no longer sure if this is funny at all. The pain is unbearable. Without another word, he leaves. Says he's going to the bathroom. His friends rag on him. Finn! And so begins Bates. Soonam takes his pills out of habit to hide who he really is. So make liking, subscribing, and commenting your new daily routine. Don't miss a single secret from this story. Let's go. Soonam's life begins like anyone else's, leaving home, backpack on shoulder, a day ahead, but from the very first step, something feels off. His mom is one of those people who won't let you even breathe. Every pill, every hour, everything controlled. Even when Soonam tells her he's already taken everything, she insists, take the bottle, just in case, as if the world were a constant danger. Because she knows he'll be back late. And there's the detail she doesn't want him to notice. Her worry isn't just about the clock, it's about something darker. That tension makes her hide a small secret, one that weighs as heavily as a wall. Once outside, at the bus stop, Soonam realizes the neighborhood is no longer the same. Giant screens everywhere, showing people with animal ears and tails. What the hell is going on here? Hybrids everywhere, and half the place is filled with them. Everything looks super luxurious, like I've stepped into another city, and right there, in the middle of the crowd, he crosses paths with a guy who leaves him slightly stunned, tall, with that celebrity vibe, and for some reason, Soonam can't help but feel like he's met him before, like he's seen him somewhere before, but he just can't remember where. Kind of like, wait, don't I know this guy? Total confusion. It's like his brain says, yeah, I know you, but I just can't place where, but the distraction doesn't last. Soonam arrives at the university. Calm, studying with his laptop and books, the pill bottle beside him. Everything normal, until those classmates show up. And of course, they don't take long to start their usual nonsense. They ask him what he's studying for if the exams are just around the corner, looking at him like he's this week's meme, saying he has no chance of getting the scholarship. Soonam tries to speak, but you know the story. The invisible guy always in the background, as if he doesn't exist. And like a sketch that repeats every year, the classmates don't stop. One with that how sad smile tells him that even though he gets good grades, he never gets the scholarship. Yeah, sure. So unfair, he says sarcastically, as if he's already used to the same old drama, and right to the point. The scholarship winner turned out to be the rich guy Soonam had already seen before, the one who seemed familiar. Soonam finds it strange, thinking, how can someone with so much money want a scholarship? Weird, so weird, so weird, but the bullies don't give up and keep complaining. Since he's half human, he should give up the scholarship for humans. And right there, bam. Soonam realizes that's why he felt so familiar. Of course, the mysterious guy is in his own class. Soonam smiles slightly, thinking he should say hi next time. But his little aha, I get it moment shatters in an instant. Another classmate surprises him with a shout. Don't you get angry about losing the scholarship, especially since, before your leave of absence, you were the top student in class. Soonam looks at him and thinks, This guy is way too immature. He can't handle him. The bullies start talking about the rich kid, saying that even though he's younger, he enrolled earlier, so he's their sunbae. They ask if Soonam just noticed him now, and Soonam, half embarrassed, says yes. Suddenly, one of the classmates looks at Soonam's pill bottle and asks what they're for. Soonam quickly says they're for his allergies. They press, "What allergies?" "Allergy to sunlight," Soonam replies, with a smile that sounds a little forced. The mysterious boy standing nearby watches him with that gaze that leaves nothing unsaid. He laughs and says he doesn't know why he always takes them on time, as if it's a habit. Suddenly, everything changes. The scene shifts to a restaurant. The Department of Political Science and Diplomacy at Hyundai University is in the middle of dinner, filled with laughter, shouts, and the lively buzz of a group of friends having a great time. Soonam's classmates tease each other about their exam results. One suggests appealing the grade, while another, between laughs and gulps of beer, says that if he fails, he'll go into civil service. They toast, and though the day had been a nightmare of exams, the vibe remains that of comrades, friends enjoying themselves after all. Meanwhile, Soonam and his friends continued their dinner, but they noticed Si Yeol and the professor were sitting at another table, eating something clearly far beyond their level, like they had a secret menu, some beastly VIP menu. They watched Si Yeol bite into nearly raw meat, and their minds went blank. Is this how a hybrid eats? Does he have a monster stomach? Or is he just a major cringe from the big leagues? Soonam was left wondering, if he's half beast, can he eat anything? What kind of monster is he really? Suddenly, a sharp pain shot through his wrist. While his friends kept joking, he wasn't so sure anymore if this was funny. The pain was unbearable. Without another thought, he left. He said he was going to the bathroom. His friends teased him, but he, half angry, told them to shut up. What he didn't expect was that, as soon as he stood up, Si Yeol also dashed off to the same place, like he was programmed, with a smile that didn't reach his eyes, like, "I know something you don't," as if he had a secret he could no longer contain. In the bathroom, Soonam began to tremble. Chills, strange pain, like, "I don't know what the hell is happening." He gripped his watch, trying to figure it out, but the pain only worsened, as if something inside had been activated. Amid the mental chaos, a memory surfaced. His father's voice telling him that, even though the watch was heavy, it must never be taken off. Through the pain, Soonam was pulled back into the past. He remembered when his father told him those letters beneath the watch weren't just decoration. They were an alarm, a shield that would protect him from his enemies. And if the letters started to hurt or grow hot, that was the sign that danger was near. He had to run. His father placed his hand on his head, reinforcing that warning as if it were a promise. But now, in the present, the sensation was different. The pain was real, intense, and Soonam couldn't understand why it was happening right now. He gripped his wrist, cold sweat ran down his back, and his heart pounded at 1,000 beats per minute. The taps of his hand in the silence sounded like a nervous tick, like, "What the hell is going on?" Suddenly, Si Yeol snapped him out of it. He poked his head through the cubicle, that smile never reaching his eyes. "What a surprise finding you here," he said, voice laced with mockery and indifference. "How original. You're just like everyone else." The stab of pain in Soonam's wrist shot straight to his brain. The letters burned like they were alive. He tried to suppress a scream, biting his lip until the pain mixed with the tattoo's agony, and fear gripped his chest. A metallic clang made him jump. Si Yeol had tapped the cubicle door, as if checking whether someone was inside. In that moment, Soonam felt the air freeze. If they found him, things were going to get very bad. "Hyung, stop playing around and come out already." Si Yeol ordered, that deep voice cutting straight through you. But what came next left him frozen. He leaned in slightly, and his gaze wasn't normal. It was as if he'd already marked him. "Your rabbit meat, let me try it!" And suddenly everything went to hell. In an instant, Soonam plunged into a mental mess he never asked for. Dark, twisted thoughts, as if Si Yeol had hacked his brain. He saw flashes of something intimate, a seductive voice whispering that he didn't have to be so dumb, that he could try it too. Just the two of them, it felt like he was trapped, like he was already marked, like the first one to arrive already had him. There was no escape. I win. A wave of crazy dominance, a I'm in charge mentality that left him off kilter, as if the world had turned into a game where he didn't know the rules. And just as quickly as it came, it vanished. Soonam returned to the bathroom, to reality, to hell. His body trembled, the pain in his wrist still pounding hard, but now it wasn't just fear. It was pure panic, as if something terrible was about to come out of there. Still in the bathroom, trembling like a flute, the pain in his wrist had him on the verge of collapse. He kept repeating, "You can't stay like this," but the heat on his skin was like live fire, and there was no way to extinguish it. He had to leave. Now, without thinking, and just as he was about to escape, Si Yeol appeared behind him, calm as ever, staring at him with that inexplicable aura. One that sent chills down your spine. The letters on his wrist burned like they were on fire. Pain shot through his entire body, and each heartbeat felt like a shiver that wouldn't fade. Then Si Yeol said something that froze him. "You've got 2 letters on this arm. You must have been nervous." And with a smile that never reached his eyes, he added, "If I break this arm, it's over for you." The guy not only knew about the letters, but understood their meaning, and used it to threaten him. Terrified, Soonam shoved the door open and tried to run out of the bathroom. But Si Yeol was faster. He didn't even give him time to react. He grabbed his arm with a strength he didn't know he had, and with a single tug, slammed him into the wall like paper. Thud. The impact sounded like a hammer striking wood. Soonam groaned as if all the air had been knocked out of him in one blow, with a smirk that said, "Now I'm sending you straight to the floor." Si Yeol asked, "Where do you think you're going, Hubei? Want me to show you what I can do?" He leaned in, and it was clear he wasn't here to make small talk. His eyes glowed like they were on fire, that golden light saying, "I'll do whatever I want, and you won't be able to stop me." How strong are you, weak little insect, trembling at the mere breath of wind? I'm curious, heh. Soonam was lost. Flavor. Insect. What was this guy even talking about? Overwhelmed and confused, he didn't even know how to react. Si Yeol simply approached without warning and kissed him forcefully, without asking, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. He left Soonam breathless, only able to let out a choked moan, as if the world had paused for a second. He tried to resist, pressing against the wall, as if that would make any difference. The kiss continued, wet, intense, dominant. Soonam struggled, but couldn't push Si Yeol even an inch. He felt trapped, as if the world had stopped. His mind screamed, how can he be this strong? And when Si Yeol finally pulled away, Soonam was panting, his face as red as a tomato, still dazed. All he could manage was, What do you think you're doing? But Si Yeol just stared at him, saying nothing. Soonam, growing more confused, snapped, Did I do something wrong, or is there another reason? Why won't you talk? He grabbed him by the hoodie. Soonam barely had time to react when he felt a sharp pain in his neck. Yeol had bitten him. Blood began to flow, and Soonam, screaming in pain, started struggling wildly. No, what are you doing? Tears mixed with blood dripped from his neck and hand, drop by drop, straight onto the shoe. Reality hit him like a punch to the face. He was bitten, not by just anyone, but by a hybrid. It all happened so fast, So brutal. Were they hunting him? The thought froze him like, what the hell is going on here? Soonam collapsed to the ground like a sack of potatoes, his legs completely giving out. Yeol, blood on his lips, turned around and, growling low, walked away without looking back, left him alone, wounded, shattered, as if nothing had mattered at all. As Soonam bled out on the floor, the bathroom door exploded open in one violent smash. A guttural growl filled the bathroom. Another hybrid entered, a massive titan with blank eyes, as if in hunt mode. He looked around, and when he saw Yeol, he snapped directly. "You're here. You finally came out. If you smelled blood, you should have rushed, not scared. You're not in fear mode, are you?" Soonam could barely breathe. The pain was so intense that not even a scream escaped him, as if his body were saying, "Enough already." The giant continued his monologue, saying Soonam had nearly died. He added that hiding wasn't good, because every time he smelled blood, his eyes turned white and he ran off like a zombie in hunt mode. No pause, no plan, just hunger. Yeol only smiled, half mocking, like the guy was an internet meme, and calmly said, "How broken do you have to be to get to that point?" The big guy tried to grab him, but Yeol dodged as if time had slowed down. It was so effortless that the attempt looked like a meme of total failure. And with a sideways smirk, he said, "Huh, you punk monkey," there, on the bathroom floor. Soonam's blood spread like the floor itself was alive. He felt himself dying. His mind repeated only one thing. How could he have forgotten the medicine his mother gave him? If he had known this would happen, the bleeding hand brutally reminded him of just how fragile he had become. For a split second, a fleeting image flashed through his mind, a man in glasses and a trench coat. Regret overwhelmed him. I should have listened to my mom. Suddenly, footsteps approached, like a warning kick. If Yeol already had the giant hybrid lying unconscious on the floor, he wasn't playing anymore. Si Yeol begins rapidly searching the man's pockets without wasting a single second. With a stone-faced expression, Si Yeol, as he stares at the massive hybrid lying on the ground, he notices something odd. The tattoo on the chest. It takes a second, but he finally recognizes it. Great ape, the man starts to move, as if waking up, but Si Yeol gives him no time. He grabs him by the neck and silences him in one swift motion. The big guy collapses like his wires were cut, pure dead weight. Si Yeol lets out a, "This isn't improvised, everything's in the Senate manual. With that, I knew this was going to happen look. And that's it, the muscular hybrid is gone, no trace, as if he never existed." You step out of the bathroom and the vibe completely shifts. Now you're in a mansion straight out of a dream of extreme luxury, like better than my Instagram house. There. An older man calmly smoking, the city glowing like a video game backdrop, asks Si Yeol what's up with the monkeys from school, who've been feeling a bit unmotivated lately. The old man, with that half-sadistic smile, suggests Si Yeol go find them, and they won't even notice. Si Yeol, calm as ever, fiddling with a Rubik's Cube, says the idea sounds good, like, "Yeah, sure. Let's go with that." The old man simply nods, as if he's had this plan mapped out for centuries, with that look of, "I knew this was going to happen." Si Yeol starts to realize the text is no longer under control, and the best move is to cut things short before everything spirals into total chaos. Like, "No, no, no, this has gone too far." The elder didn't waste a second, still in his mansion, face full of panic, telling Si Yeol the school is full of good students, and if they don't do something, everyone will smell the truth and go insane. Si Yeol, calm as always, asks if that means they're talking about a giant monkey, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Soonam appears, cat ears twitching, trembling blood on her neck, laughing like it's the funniest thing ever, saying she's never seen such a weird couple before. Soonam is getting worse and worse. He can only whisper "mommy" as if calling out to someone who's already gone. My heart breaks. If Si Yeol isn't at all happy about this, he asks the elder why he brought him here. He suggests taking Soonam to a hospital, but the old man snaps back that Soonam is a hybrid entangled in the case, and they must erase all traces of the monkey they just killed. The muscular guy, Si Yeol, is hit like a bullet. He grabs his head and exclaims that the guy was just bait, a pawn in the monkey's game. Suddenly, a suited man appears, face sour, and snaps at him for attacking a hybrid who wasn't his target. He explains that by breaking the agreement as a high-ranking member, Si Yeol will have to answer to the Senate. Si Yeol looks at him with a "so what" expression and asks what happens if he doesn't want to. The man replies that the disciplinary process begins immediately. Though still looking like a powder keg, he can't help but let out a "what the hell" as he demands cooperation. The tension explodes, and the elder tells Si Yeol he already has a car ready, and that he'll see him later. Soonam, bleeding and half unconscious, is thrown into the car like a sack of potatoes. Si Yeol, sitting beside him, simply says, "Sleep." Soonam stares at him with a look of "what the hell is going on?" and a trembling breath of fear. Si Yeol explained he didn't want him to wake up with a flood of questions, so it was better to just stay asleep. Soonam, his throat about to burst and his mind on another planet, asked Yeol if he was a hybrid, and without beating around the bush, he replied that he wasn't molding yet. But the elder, from the other side of the car, clarified that even though they were heading to the hospital, first they had to stop by the molding building, and before that, the Senate. The car kept moving, and Soonam, his head in another universe, still didn't understand anything. 1,000 questions swirled in his mind, but the biggest one was, what the hell was the Senate? Yeol, as direct as ever, explained it was like a group of hybrid leaders, but Soonam, in full no mode, kept denying he was a beast. Until the elder stopped him with a simple phrase, "Touch your ears before saying that." The elder left no room for doubt. There was no turning back. Soonam had to choose, human or beast. His head pounded, overwhelmed, so he asked the elder if they could talk, as if that would change anything. After that, everything happened as if time had accelerated. One moment he was in the car, and the next he was lying in a bed, in a luxurious mansion, his neck bandaged and an IV in his arm. It was like jumping from a suspense drama straight into a reality show for super-rich elites. The elder, with that smile leaving no room for doubt, asks if it hurts. And without further ado, as if nothing at all, he tells him he had recognized him from the very beginning as a half-beast. Soonam, barely recovering, asks about Si Yeol. The elder hands him a glass of water and drops the news that Si Yeol was being punished. Why? Because according to the elder, a beast attacked an innocent rabbit. In other words, for biting Soonam, of course he deserved punishment. And the elder doesn't mince words. Si Yeol deserved it, period. Meanwhile, Si Yeol sits in a vast, elegant room, wearing that face of "now the drama begins." Serious, quiet, as if he already knew he'd be questioned. The air in there was so thick that even the oldest meme would feel uncomfortable. There he is, sitting in the middle of the fear chamber with that look, "It's my turn now, no turning back." As soon as he sits down, the Senate officer drops the bomb. They already have a report. He's accused of killing the monkey, and worse, of biting an innocent, meaning Soonam. Naturally, like a war crime. They give him the floor, and Si Yeol explains that the monkey was already beyond repair. His texts were in critical condition, couldn't even hide the transformation. Then he asks, "Didn't I have authorization to act quickly?" The officer confirms, yes, the hybrid was out of control, but what they don't know is why. So they decide to leave the monkey issue pending for now. No immediate sanctions, for now. Si Yeol grows slightly annoyed by the constant interruptions. And there, the officer drops the real bomb. And what about biting an innocent person? The Senate members, the usual decorative figures who only serve to fill space, start their usual speech about we can't go around hurting ordinary people, wearing smug, how adorable we are expressions, suddenly becoming way too affectionate, to be honest. One of them places his hand on the leg of the guy beside him, as if it's the most natural thing in the world. The other immediately looks uncomfortable and tells him to stop, as if it were something strange, and yet the guy doesn't flinch, even going so far as to try unzipping the other's pants. Like it's some childish game. The officer, half annoyed, tells Si Yeol to be more careful with his movements, as if it were a matter of etiquette. The guy who was touching the other one keeps laughing, with that nothing-happened smile, repeating the same thing as if nothing had occurred. The guy whose zipper was nearly opened now has a mark on his face, a reminder of what happened. Si Yeol looks at him, and it's not just any look. It's one that says, "I'm screwed, but I won't show it." As Si Yeol keeps staring with that dark gaze, the Senate member who had previously cornered the other guy delivers a direct comment like a punch. "First, we need to get rid of those annoying little idiots." The other one, half terrified, asks, "Me!" But suddenly, boom, everything changes. Now we're with Soonam, her cat ears clearly visible and her arm bandaged, walking through a super luxurious hall with the elder of the Senate. Soonam, with a face saying, "Wait, what just happened?" points at himself and says, "Did you just tell me to get rid of you, Sunbae?" His ears don't even stand straight, they droop as if his brain had completely disconnected. Si Yeol, frowning and visibly uncomfortable, thinks, "This atmosphere is so cringe I actually want to run away." At that moment, the long-haired, red-headed officer smiles and says, "No, come on in, come on in." Si Yeol freezes and asks, "Huh? Why are you still here? And guess who shows up?" "Yes, Soonam." Arms raised, arm bandaged, cat ears twitching. He says a little nervously, "No, I was just told to come here." The officer quickly steps in. "I'm the one who called Soonam." The officer addresses Soonam with a smile. "Nice to meet you, Lee Soonam. This is the molding room, where the elders of the molding building gather." And then she introduces herself. "I'm the president of the Hybrid Elder Association and the head of the Hybrid region. My name is Yoonhee Yang." Soonam is completely shocked. His ears stand on end, and in his head he repeats, "The old man, president, the leader of the hybrid faction?" Yoonhee Yang cuts in instantly. "I'll be clear and direct. According to the report, you're a junior from the same department as Si Yeol, correct?" Soonam, nervous, stammers, "What? Ah, yes, yes." Meanwhile, Si Yeol growls in rage. "Those damn lunatics." Yoonhee Yang, not moving a muscle, asks Soonam, "Would you be interested in working with us?" Si Yeol explodes as if set on fire. With a face red with fury, he yells at Yoonhee Yang, "What the hell are you talking about? What does a herbivore like him have to do with us?" Yoonhee Yang stares at him firmly, seriously, and calls him by name, "Song Si Yeol." But Si Yeol doesn't budge, still turned away, thinking, "What are you doing? I have no idea what you're looking for in someone from the bottom of the food chain. Don't be ridiculous. Stop acting foolish." Yoonhee Yang is furious inside, clearly annoyed by Si Yeol's disdain for her authority. Without even looking at her, he places his hand on her chest and says, "Don't try to draw attention from people who have nothing to do with this." To make matters worse, the senators start talking as if Soonam weren't even present. One says she doesn't even live in a molding building, and another, smirking, "What role could a rabbit possibly have here?" Meanwhile, something sticky starts dripping. Then the atmosphere turns ridiculous, like "What the hell is that?" With that vibe of someone's about to explode, Soonam can't take it anymore. With a look that says, "I've had enough," she finally snaps. No, she's not a rabbit. And she shoots back, "Stop saying that once and for all." Just as the argument grows tense, someone interrupts. The mark on Soonam's arm isn't a rabbit, it's a dog. But Si Yeol remains unfazed. He doesn't care whether she's a dog or a rabbit. Straight to the point, he asks if she has another mark on her body. And as if she already knew everything, President Yang smiles with that look of "I already knew this," and confirms, yes, she definitely has another letter on her wrist. Soonam freezes, as if someone just spoke Chinese to him. He doesn't understand anything, like the world has stopped. The Senate elder just smiles, nods as if he already knew everything, giving off that vibe of "I already knew," like, yeah, of course I did. Yang, with his superhero-like sense of smell, clears up his confusion. Judging by the herbivorous scent, he says the mark must be from a rabbit. Soonam tries to explain his situation, saying He's half human, half beast, a half-complete hybrid. Si Yeol's attention is caught by the word half-complete because Hez never heard that term used in this context before. Soonam begins talking about how it feels to have a mark, as if he's not fully human, and already he feels strange, as if the entire world is judging him. But Si Yeol cuts in instantly. "Who told you that?" Soonam freezes, his heart pounding, and only his parents appear in his mind, like they're the only possible solution. And there, the same senator who once mocked the rabbits suddenly stands up and drops the bomb. Those born with these marks aren't fully human. Soonam is paralyzed, trying to process what he heard, and the senator continues. The mark isn't just a symbol, it's a seal, a kind of genetic code. And when it activates, it reveals the true form, the real identity that had been hidden all along. With a pill in his hand, the senator stares at him and asks, "Do you really think you're human?" Soonam refuses, voice trembling. "I've never seen a half-human in my life." But the elder senator, with a half-smile, cuts in and tells him, "That's because you've grown up taking pills." And to top it off, he shows a bottle and asks if his parents never gave him these pills to take, hinting that they've hidden the truth from him. Still clinging to the lie he was told, Soonam insists, "These pills are for my sun allergy, and they help calm my senses." But the elder doesn't stay silent. He interrupts and drops the bombshell. "If you take these pills, your sense of smell shuts down and no one can detect the mark on your wrist." And finally, he looks straight into his eyes and asks calmly but with full weight, "Did you forget to take your medicine on time?" The elder, without beating around the bush, tells him he was about to find out whether he was allergic to the sun or not, and that his parents lied to him. Soonam, mind racing, looks toward the windows, where sunlight pours in unfiltered. He hadn't taken any pills, and instead of feeling allergic, what he feels is like a void slowly filling up. Like something that had been dead was starting to beat again. And suddenly anger hits him, because he realizes his parents, his own parents, lied to him all this time. And it's not just a lie, it's a damn movie-level lie. But it doesn't end there. Out of nowhere, this guy appears. Kim Se-han, as if he'd been waiting for his moment, he greets him, but with a strange vibe, like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" Strange, and asks if he can call him Rabbit. Soonam, uncomfortably, tells him it doesn't matter, that he feels more like a dog, like a rabbit with dog blood, but with a vibe of pure fear. Se-han, with that smile that doesn't feel right, tells him it's a shame he smells so much like a rabbit, and to top it all off, he brings his hand close and asks if dogs don't wag their tails. And there, the font style like a psychopathic meme. Soonam, looking like he's about to pass out, can only say he's scared, really scared. Just as Se-han was about to touch him, Si Yeol appears as if he's been waiting for the perfect moment, gripping Se-han's hand with a force that leaves no room to escape. He lets go, saying it's better to wash his hands before touching Soonam, because he knows exactly what that hand has done. Sehan, being shamelessly bold, feigns surprise and asks if he's jealous or if they even go to the same school. Si Yeol, his fist clenching Sehan's wrist, bluntly asks if they're close. Sehan, flashing one of those cringe-worthy smiles, tells him that if they're not close, he should call someone else, Woojin, to get close to Soonam. But Si Yeol ignores him completely. He looks at Soonam's reaction, who's covering her mouth with a face full of pure disgust. And without warning, he drops the bomb, telling Sehan that, judging by how Soonam reacts to the smell of semen on his hand, it seems like her blocked senses are finally coming back. Wow, what a bomb. They dropped the truth on him and rebooted his senses all at once. Just like the protagonist's pill effect wore off, don't let yours fade. Hit that like button hard. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next, and comment which other manhwa you want me to narrate next. Take care.